again. How's everybody doing? This is John Clayton, diagnosed bipolar disorder, schizophrenia guy. Have to make it some kind of funny or try to make it a joke because so many people go through this every day and they struggle on a day-to-day. It's hard sometimes to hold down a job, relationship, because there's not a lot. It's kind of like PTSD. What I've known, PTSD is like post-traumatic stress syndrome. And it doesn't just come in effect with soldiers coming home. It affects a lot of people. I kind of have that from what I read about because of what my mother did to me and the shit that I went through with that. That post-traumatic stress syndrome has a lot to do with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. I'm still learning about mine. I don't really have any updates about it. I've been on the road most of the day. I've been really busy. I went to go pick up my Challenger a while ago for my girl. She had it and left the other car with her. But being behind the wheel of this thing is like my peace. My dad, I wish, was sitting right there next to me. It's a 2015 Dodge Challenger RT. It's kind of funny. This actually happened when I got this car. I know I'm kind of touching off subject and jumping all over the place, but I don't always want to touch on the bipolar disorder because it is a depressing thing, and a lot of people struggle with it and go through it, and they don't really have anybody to talk to because there's not a lot of studies about it at all. They don't put as much money as they should into it to investigate the outcomes. I mean, it can be random outbursts, Tourette syndrome. It can be all the above that bipolar disorder can cause. Split personalities is one of the traits I know that I have. But I don't always want to touch on it. I want to make my videos a little bit happy and make some happy in there, because if it's constantly sad and depressing, nobody wants to see that shit all the time. But anywho, getting this car, I never thought I'd have one of these for the things that I've done. I don't deserve it. By God, I don't deserve it. I should be driving a fucking hoopty right now. Pinto. But it's a little pricey, but I got the payments underhandled, and I'm going to do it. But the story that I was going to touch on, this is kind of funny. When I went to go get this car, it was supposed to be a V6 SXT with a scat pack body. It's supposed to have the body of the RT, but not the engine of an RT. The engine of the RT that I have is a Hemi. I think a 5.67 liter Hemi. I think so. What's up under here? This guy, okay, the RT usually goes for about brand new, about 30,000. This was practically brand new, only had 20,000 miles on it. It's a 2015, and it was only used for rental purposes. And he thought he was selling me a V6. So this is where it gets funny. I get home, and the next day he gives me a call, and he's like, "Hey, John, can you maybe bring that car back in? We think we messed up here." I was like, "Nope, paper's already signed. Mine now." So I got the RT, a 2015 RT with a Scat Pack edition, Dodge Challenger for it's going to be, I think, 19.5, which isn't bad at all. Compared to 30, I couldn't afford that. But the reason why I got I've always been a big muscle guy. The reason why I got onto the Dodge Challenger is it's mean. The roar is the power. It's a mean vehicle. This damn thing gets up and goes. The fastest I've gotten in it is about 125. It feels like it's riding on a cloud. It's so smooth. And I got this while being bipolar. Your life isn't over because you're bipolar. You can do many things to cope with the symptom. Find something like a hobby. This is my hobby now. It's working on this car and fixing it up, and hopefully one day I can hand it down. I haven't been the best father over the years to my kids. Sorry, I had to move that close. And I'm trying to change that. I love my children. And this whole thing has changed my life over the past year or two since my dad passed away. My life has changed so dramatically. I love my father, and this is going to sound wrong. I love him. But I know he's resting somewhere happier, and it took a lot of relief off of me, because every day I went to work, I came home and I had to take care of him, and by the time I got done, I just had to go right back to bed. It was a normal routine over and over, and he felt bad because he felt like he was ruining my life. No, it wasn't ruining my life. I just didn't have a life. And I owed it to him, because, I mean, he took care of us by himself for years. I think I owe him that after the hell that I put him through. I just wish I would have caught this sooner before he went. Maybe I would have been a better son. Maybe I would have been a better brother. Guys, I've done some horrible things to my own family. My dad, my sister, that gave everything for me. My sister acted like my mother most of my life, because she's about closest to a mom that I got, because my mom wasn't really the mom type. So I looked up to my sister. When they got me to come home finally to help take care of Dad, I came home for my sister, not my dad, because me and my dad, we didn't always see eye to eye, mainly because I was a punk kid, didn't listen, didn't care. But I just want to say I miss you, Dad. I wish I could just get one more hug and a kiss on the head from you. But I'm going to continue battling through this. My anxiety is acting up right now. That's why I got on here to talk, to calm me down. I have anxiety, bad anxiety, actually. That's why I work with my hands a lot, because it helps cope with it. I can't sit behind a desk and just do paper. That's not me. I got to be working. I got to be moving, always on the move. Move. It's like the anxiety, or some part of this, it's like I got an energy pill in me all the time. And it's always on the go. Always on the go. Another thing is that I wanted to touch bases with on here. I want to apologize to the Mesquite Police Department, or any kind of police department that I offended, because I grew up in law enforcement. I was blaming you all for not helping me with this, going through this. I backed the blue. I am terribly sorry for all of that, when y'all are just trying to do y'all's job, and y'all have enough to deal with than some punk guy like me. And I apologize if I offended anybody outside the police department, the neighbors on my street, my sister, anybody. I'm trying to change my life around to do for the better. It's not easy when you live a life of sins and misguidance, or not doing the right thing in life. So you get used to that life, and you continue. I became a pathological liar also. That falls in line with bipolarness. They fall right in line. Pathological liar was a real thing. I knew that I was that, because I would literally make up my own reality, and I'd believe that lie. Like, that was the truth to me, as believing to that lie. But anywho, I'll touch bases on that. I keep jumping all over the place. I'll get on one subject. I'm going to start planning subjects to talk about, go over with people, and see if anybody can give advice, or I give advice to somebody. I can only give the advice that I know, or facts that I know about this. Y'all have a nice day out there, and stay safe, please. John's out.